Good day everyone. I am Janelle Racy Villanueva from BSTM 1B and I will be discuss the top tourism industries and businesses here in the Philippines. What are top tourism industries and businesses? The travel industry is one of the largest service industries in the world. It was an increasingly important in the modern age. While the businesses, an organization or enterprising entity engaged in commercial, industrial, or professional activities. It is centered on the movement of people from one location to another, as well as the services they require along the way, and is closely linked to the hospitality industries and the hotel industry, among others. And in this discussion, you will learn more about different travel industry here in the Philippines and the various sectors contained within it. The first tourism industry I will discuss is casino and gambling. The gaming or casino industry in the Philippines is becoming more developed on the back of growing supply and heightened competition. A recent independent report stated the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation or PAGCOR, the gaming industry regulator, has said that the casino industry continues to grow. This has led to an 18.1% increase in PAGCOR's net income in 2016 to 4.46 billion or 89 million US dollar from gaming operations. The total gaming revenues in 2016 increased by 22.9% to 53.31 billion or 1.6 billion US dollar. PAGCOR also owns and operates 13 casinos in the Philippines, including 3 in Manila. There is much speculation at present as to whether the interest in the Philippine gaming industry by Chinese nationals will continue to improve. The current Philippine government has promoted stronger ties with China, as more tourists from Chinese mainland come to the Philippines to play. However, the Chinese government has, in the past couple of years, also clamped down on Chinese nationals taking their funds outside the China. Second is cruise lines. The Philippines is in the process of becoming one of Asia's top international cruise destinations, and there is an increasing interest from cruise lines to boost infrastructure development to support international cruise ships. Today, Philippine ports have hosted cruise ships from Royal Caribbean Cruise Ltd or RCCL and Star Cruises among other smaller expedition crew companies. International crew calls all ports in the Philippines grow annually at 27.8% from 2014 to 2016 and now expect to host approximately 100 port calls in 2017 with around 122,000 passengers. The Department of Tourism's National Crew Tourism Strategy Plan is targeting 300 port calls by 2022. The Department of Tourism or DOT has said that cruise tourism is one of its priorities for 2017 and that the Department of Tourism or DOT has said that the cruise tourism is one of its priorities for 2017 and the agency plans to create more ports that will be attractive too and able to meet the standards of international cruise ships. Manila, Puerto Princesa in Palawan, Boracay, and Davao City in Mindanao have been identified as cruise ship destinations. Included in the DOT's plans is the construction of a cruise ports with a terminal in Manila that will be able to host international cruise liners carrying over 3,000 passengers. Next is Island Resort. The Philippines is made up of 7,107 islands. Only 2,000 are inhabited. Each island offers a rich biodiversity ranging from tropical rainforests, mangroves, and coral reefs to mountain ranges, world-class beaches, beautiful islands, and a diverse range of flora and fauna. There is increasing interest in investments in island resorts. Coron Islands in Palawan is a good example of recent environment-friendly resort development. Next is general tourism or business visits and hotels. The hotel industry in the Philippines is expected to see a continued growth over the next 5 years. Although a decline in hotel occupancy rates in the first half of forecasted, hotel occupancy rates in Manila slipped on an average of 68% in the first half of 2016, lower than occupancy rates the previous year. However, still better than in other ASEAN countries. Hotel chains continue to pursue their respective expansion projects. The PhilimBest Group is increasing its hotel portfolio in both Alabang and Cebu. Plus, the PhilimBest Group's Croma Hospitality that focuses on hotel management services, they invest 2.6 billion or 52 million US dollar for 2 Canvas brands at 228-room Canvas hotels in Cubao and a 185-room Canvas hotel in Mactan. Additionally, PhilimBest is introducing a Crimson Hotel in Boracay, Quest Hotels in Dumaguete and Tagaytay. It is opened last 2018 and 2019. Croma Hospitality is also looking to expand in Pasig, Quezon City, Batangas, Cavite, Lawag, Baguio, Cebu, and Davao. Along with the anticipated 7 million foreign tourists this year, there are approximately 50 million domestic tourists. Obviously, the continuing improvements in infrastructures such as airports, roads, and rail transport system seen as the key that can unlock the Philippines' potential for tourism growth. Research has also found that tourists constitute 79% of total hotel guests outside Metro Manila. Next is yachting and sailing. Tourism in the Philippines has grown steadily during the last few years. There are increasingly numbers of sailing enthusiasts looking for sailing and yachting experience among the Philippines archipelago. The only way to get to many of the Philippines islands is by the sea, and many of the islands are inhabited. Palawan is one of the favorite destinations for those yacht and sailing enthusiasts. The main ports where charter boats can be rented are Puerto Galera, Boracay, Coron, Puerto Princesa, and Cebu. The industry of yacht chartering in the Philippines is still in early stages. The yachting and sailing fleets available for rent are mainly composed of privately owned boats and skippered by the owners who want to share the sailing experience in the Philippines. The priority destinations tend to be Boracay, Puerto Galera, Palawan, Subic Bay, Cebu, and Bohol, with other destinations becoming popular. The countries that have the highest potential in yacht growth are Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, and Malaysia. This is due to the natural beauty of the islands, existing yacht clubs, a variable and strong tourism industry, as well as a strong expat community who have a history and support for yachting. Next is scuba diving. The Philippines has the most species in the least space of anywhere in the planet. Out of the planet's 500 coral species, more than 400 are in the Philippines. The Philippines is at the center of the world's coral triangle and host to a very rich marine biodiversity. The whole Philippine archipelago can be considered a dive location. There are over 100 identified diving spots across the Philippine islands that are rich in corals and marine species. The Philippines is currently working at tapping a larger share of the world's diving market. The current figures for foreign dive tourists in the Philippines are expected to be 200,000 in 2017. Previous figures released by DOT were 59,572 in 2010, 89,911 in 2016, and 126,200 in 2012. The biggest markets were South Korea, USA, and Germany. Now, I will be going to discuss some of the businesses here in the Philippines. First is Sari Sari Store. You can start this business within an initial capital of around 10,000. This is one of the most common businesses in the Philippines since it does not need that much to start. You will need a small space for your store and products. The best thing about this business is that you can put it up anywhere.
Food cart business. This has become a booming business in the Philippines in 2022 because it is easy to set up and does not require much capital. You can start this business with an initial investment of 20,000 pesos.
Next is laundry shop. A laundry shop is great business to start if you have a good location. You can start this business with an initial investment of around 40,000 pesos. Next is car wash business. This is great business to start if you have a good location. You can start this business with an initial investment of around 50,000. Next is fruit and vegetable stand. This is great business to start if you have a good location. You can start this business with an initial investment of around 70,000 pesos. Last is cake shop. This is a great business to start if you have a passion for baking. You can start this business with an initial investment of around 80,000 pesos. You have now an idea what businesses you can start here in the Philippines. It's time to get started. But before you do, here are a few things you need to take care of first. I will be discuss now the tips to make your business more profitable with proper bookkeeping. The first thing you need to do is to create a business plan. This document will outline your business goals, strategies, and how you can plan on achieving them. A business plan is important because it will be challenging to make your business successful without a business plan. Next is get a business license. The second thing you need to do is to get a business license because this will allow you to operate your business legally here in the Philippines. Without a license, you would be fined or even jail time.
Find the right location. This is one of the essential factors in determining your success. Make sure to choose a convenient place for your customers with enough foot traffic.
Next is hire employees. The fourth thing you need to do is hire employees. This will be one of your most significant expenses, but it's necessary if you want to run a successful business. But make sure to screen your applicants carefully and only hire qualified ones. Next is promote your business. The fifth thing you need to do is promote your business. You can do this through advertising, social media, or even word of mouth. Whatever method you choose, make sure your marketing is effective. Next is keep your overhead low. Another important tip is to keep your overhead low. This means minimizing your expenses so you can maximize your profits. One way to do this is to start small and scale up as your business grows. By keeping your overhead low, you will be able to make more money and reinvest it into your business. And lastly, focus on customer service. Finally, don't forget to focus on customer service. This is one of the most important aspects of any business. Because if your customers are happy, they will be more likely to come back and recommend your company to others. This is the end of my discussion. Thank you for listening.